Understanding human behavior decisions is like trying to crack a code. Think about it. Every day we're faced with choices that shape our lives and our relationships. By getting to the bottom of what drives these decisions, we can unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves and those around us. And we'll make the world a better place. Today we're unpacking the mind of Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist who basically said, you don't really know yourself, but you should. He gave us concepts like archetypes, the collective unconscious, and the infamous shadow self. And his ideas still shape therapy, personal growth, and, well, internet self-help rabbit holes. But this isn't just a psych history lesson. We're exploring something deeply personal. How ignoring your inner mess might be what's actually messing you up. Let's be real. Most of us like to think we're working on ourselves. Reading self-help books, journaling, eating kale, like it's personality currency. But Jung pointed out something uncomfortable. We spend so much energy curating our persona, our polished, likable surface, that we ignore the darker parts lurking underneath. Those parts don't just vanish. They go underground, into the unconscious. And from there, they still influence how we act, how we feel, and how we react. Think unresolved anger showing up as sarcasm, or old shame making you sabotage good relationships. Fear of failure dressed up as perfectionism. According to Jung, what we refuse to face internally ends up controlling us externally. We think we're steering the ship, but the shadow's down in the engine room yanking wires. This is where shadow work comes in. The shadow is everything in us that we've rejected. Emotions, impulses, fears, even talents we were told were too much or not enough. Shadow work is like mental spelunking. You're crawling into the dark corners of your psyche to find out what you've buried there. But you're not doing it to shame yourself. You're doing it to reclaim yourself. Let me be clear. Confronting your inner critic, your jealousy, your past trauma, it's not a TikTok trend. It's tough, often painful, and never linear. But it's transformational. You might realize that your defensiveness comes from a fear of abandonment, that your people-pleasing is actually out of control, that your anger is protecting a very old wound. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. But that's a good thing, because now you can integrate it. You're no longer blindly reacting, you're choosing. Here's the big reveal, the plot twist of personal growth. Your shadow isn't the enemy. It's actually a guide. The things we push away often hold the key to our authenticity. Carl Jung believed that by embracing our full selves, light and dark, we become more whole, more resilient, more real. Think of every great story arc, whether it's Luke Skywalker, Black Panther, or even Tony Soprano. They don't evolve by becoming nicer, they evolve by confronting what's within. Real people too. I've seen folks who spent years avoiding grief or guilt finally face it, and come out on the other side calmer, more creative, even kinder. Not because they fixed themselves, but because they finally saw themselves. That's the power of shadow work. It doesn't change who you are. It finally lets you be who you are. Carl Jung didn't tell us to become perfect. He told us to become conscious, to stop blaming fate or other people or bad luck, and instead ask, what am I not seeing in myself that's running the show? It's not about shame, it's about integration. Honestly, it's some of the most empowering psych work you'll ever do. If you're interested in exploring more psychological concepts like these, make sure to check out my channel. I'd also love to hear your thoughts about Jung's ideas in the comments. Have you ever tried shadow work? Or had one of those, oh crap, it's me moments? Or faced an inner demon and came out stronger? Share it. I'm here for all the insights, weird metaphors, and awkward personal growth stories. Let's keep the conversation going. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Your shadow says you want to.